Hello everybody. So in today's video I'm going to be drawing y'all tape or cassette tape. I'm going to start out by drawing a nice rectangular shape. So is anybody in the comments? Let me know if y'all grew up in the era when cassette tapes were still a fun thing to listen to. Remember the time of rewinding and fast forwarding to get to a song that you liked? It was always a fun thing to do. These changing or putting a skeleton light on these different objects that I've chosen is always fun to do, because it's always something I gotta think of how I want to make it to look like finally when I get to the final finished piece. So we have our basic rectangular shape for the actual tape. Now I'm gonna do the area that has the I don't know what is the exact term for the thing called, but it was kind of like a raised plastic piece which had the section where you could see the actual tape inside. So the goal is actually to make this look 3D. So what I'm going to do is keep working on this, and I'll do a slight time lapse for that process, and then I will check back with you when I finish it. So this is the rough sketch, guys, that I finally did, and now what I'm gonna do is finalize or start the line art. So for that I'm just gonna turn down the opacity down to about 20, I think, and I think I'll start with the eyes, because I think that's always the fun part to start with. I think what is fun when I do these drawing is using this pressure sensitivity of these digital styluses and pens to get that nice thin line, and then if you just push it down you get those thick lines, and it's nice to play around with that. And then also this vector trimming feature. And just trim out the edges. So if you noticed, I kind of gave the teeth kind of like a jagged, not like like as if the guy is not, or this tape has not been to the dentist in a while, just to give it something of a different look. The inspiration to do this is also I was looking up on Pinterest, and Pinterest for me I think is like kind of like Instagram, but there's like tons and tons of things. You could just look at other artists' work and see what all else is out there. But I think doing these skulls in or taking different objects from real life and then putting a skull or a skeleton spin to it is really cool for me to do this. I enjoy doing this. If anybody's watching out there that's following along, and if you do your version of it, share it via Instagram or on my Facebook page or whichever, because it was cool to see another follow or somebody that found my channel or found my page on Facebook actually did a drawing in their version, or like kind of like a do-it-in-your style, for the first ever video I ever put out, which was the drawing the graffiti skull. So it's always cool to see what somebody else draws out there in their style. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue doing this line art and then giving it the details, and then I will check back with you to show you what I did before I start the coloring. This is what the line art looks like guys for the tape. So now what I've done is I selected a color palette ahead of time that I'm going to be using. This is going to be all the flat colors, that's going to be the shading, and then that's going to be the highlights. So I'm going to first start out by dropping the flat colors. Start with the thief. The reason I went ahead and chose these colors ahead of time is because in the past videos I tried selecting them while recording and that was just adding time. So I went and did that for that particular reason. So now I'm gonna add some color for the eyes, and I'm gonna mix and match these colors to see how I can make the actual cassette tape pop in the very end. For this particular part, I mean, there's any number of choices of colors you can choose. There's no set thing. For me, I try to follow the color palette for when you're designing t-shirts, which is less is more. But since after this is done, I'll probably end up making it a sticker. But if I were designing this for an actual t-shirt, I would probably just choose maybe 3, 4, at the max 6 colors. Because then the line art usually is the one that's turned off, so that way you only see the colors that you see and not really the line art. So I'm going to continue dropping the flat colors as I'm doing right now, and then I will start with the shading, and then I will show you all at the very end what I ended up doing. So this is what I ended up doing for the final thing, guys. I ended up doing this textured look for the inside of the tape, and then just putting my brand And then also, I don't know if I showed you this earlier, but I use a selection tool and cut out the ink to give it like kind of like a moon look to finish it off. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up by saying, keep creating, keep trying. I'll see you all down the road or on the other side. Bye for now.